It's day 3 on the Camino walk, and Susan and I have just stayed in a really beautiful place that had horses and chickens and lots of dogs and a beautiful couple who were very committed to their life with their horses. We learned a lot about Portugal. We've been really curious about the history of Portugal and how it has become its own state, its own country rather. But the intention that I have this morning is for intention. We were talking yesterday over our main meal about what intention is when we talk about God, when we talk about divine intention. And I want to pose the question to you. What would you say intention is when it comes to personal growth? I'm going to give you what my take is. I believe that there is a divine intention happening in the world. I believe that the world comes about because of divine intention, that all that we see around us, all this beauty, you can't quite see the sunrise behind me, but all of that is happening because there is a life force, there is God, there is divine intention willing all of this as a celebration of itself. And what does it mean then for my own growth in intention? How can I go about intention in such a way that I am part of that whole celebration? I wondered when I was making this Camino what my intentions were. I was wondering how important it was that I was able to define my intentions. So many people do a pilgrimage walk with a very specific intention, and I could not name my specific intentions. I could not put it into words. And I wondered if I was not failing myself or failing God, but failing in grasping an opportunity by not being able to name intention. And when I sat with it, I realized that on a soul level, I have very, very pressing intentions for my life, for life in general, for my ministry, that my soul desires are caught up in the realization of divine intention. And that takes on new shapes and new forms all the time. So I came to rest in realizing that if I just place the intention with all my heart, whether it's the intention for the moment, whether it's the intention for the day, whether it's the intention for the week, or whether it's the intention for the entire Camino, that if I caught up all my willing, all my energy into being aligned with divine intention, I would realize my hopes in making this pilgrimage. And that means that it's going to be a process of discovery, because from where I stand, we're largely unconscious. That while we think we know our intentions and they're aligned with what our soul purpose is, oftentimes we only have a glimpse of the facet of why we're here on earth and what our purpose is. And therefore, when we make our intentions, we're meant to be flexible at every single moment, so that as intention reveals itself to us, as divine intention reveals itself, we're flexible enough to stay in the course of that divine flow. So that's my intention. And while that may sound very abstract in some ways, while it may sound ungrounded, it's very grounded, because to it is tied my breath. To it is tied my mind. To it is tied my heart. And with that comes the opportunity to realize the divine intention right here, right now in my life. My soul then takes on divine form, aligned with, surrendered into divine intention. So how would I answer those questions I posed in this post? I would say that having intention is absolutely imperative. But defining it according to what my human mind can say is very limited. Having intention is absolutely integral to realizing personal growth and purpose in life. But that process is surrendering over and over again, aligning the human intention, if you will, into the divine intention, to realize that they are really truly one and the same when there is alignment. So what say you about intention? And if you needed to speak about divine intention, what would you say? Have a great day. I'm walking with you, and I am, whether you've told me your intentions or not, holding them all within my heart.